Everybody goes to Kroger and the grocery store after work and getting out of the parking lot, and everybody's being nicer than they normally are because tomorrow is Thanksgiving and we're gonna eat turkey unless we're vegetarian. And then you eat corn, which is a good meatless roast, and it actually tastes pretty good, but who would I to know anything about it? It tastes pretty good, but who would I to know anything about that? But everybody goes to Kroger and it's so busy and everybody's thinking the same thing. They're thinking, can I ever get out of here? Is this person gonna move? How much longer am I gonna have to wait in this line? I see that person got alcohol. Maybe I should have got alcohol too, just for waiting in line so long. Why are these people cutting me off in the parking lot? I'm not talking about myself. I'm just talking, maybe that's what these people are thinking. And then people just go at the last minute, but that's what we do, because in 1,000 years of celebrating Thanksgiving, we have not learned to prepare the same way that we'll do for Christmas, except for the 5 to 10% of the population that knows how to plan ahead of time and they have everything ready. But you know what? I love that about holidays. I like the rush, and I like all the hustle and bustle of everybody thinking as a collective until somebody gets trampled on Black Friday. But hopefully that won't happen, because everything's just getting cheaper anyways. So on April 1st, everything is going to be cheaper. This conversation wasn't even a conversation. It was just a monologue because I wanted to sing in the store. But I don't even know where it's going now. I wonder if it is illegal to be talking to my cell phone, but not directly to my cell phone, indirectly. It's like I'm on speakerphone, but I don't want to look at the camera because that would be dangerous while driving. So I won't do it anymore. Okay, no more. But it's almost Thanksgiving, and there's a lot of people on the road, and you all have to be careful. We all have to be careful. And maybe this person here would like to get in front of me, but they have already passed the point of commitment of the white plastic pole things that would just go if you drove over them, because they're not solid or anything. Also, mass airflow sensor is out in your car. Maybe it is. Maybe your car won't start. Maybe your car is going blah, 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 when you come to a stop, and it's just not wanting to go anywhere, and then it just won't start. Maybe you took it to Sylvia store to get it the oil changed. Who cares? Sears. Maybe you took it to Sears to get your oil changed, and they said, hey, your car won't start, and you thought they were calling you to tell you that they're done changing your oil, but they're not, because they couldn't get your car to start. Why? I guess it took them so long because there's only 3 people working there, it seems, unless they keep like 5 people hidden in the back in a closet, and they break them out maybe the day after Thanksgiving when it's supposed to be busy and everybody's coming in, because these prices will never see the biggest sale of the year. Of course it's the biggest sale of the year. You can't go back and have another sale in the same year on the same day. So every sale you have after the first sale is going to be the biggest sale. Nobody ever says it's the smallest sale of the year. We're raising our prices. It's an anti-sale. The anti-sale. So, backtracking, if your map airflow sensor goes out in your car, it's a little electronic something we needed because we don't have enough little computer chips in our cars. They put this in your, let's call it your air tube. It's your air intake, where it sucks air into your motor to help balance out the fuel air ratio. This little sensor says there's this much coming gas, this words, there's this much gas coming in, we need this much air, or vice versa. It works some way like that. Well, if it quits working, or if it just stops, this little computer, it's about as big as my thumb. If it quits working, then your car just won't do anything. So, and if you take it somewhere to get somebody to plug up a little tester to it, not a diagnostic machine, not to be confused with a dialysis machine, which I said, or almost said, at least probably about 8 times. A diagnostic machine, if somebody plugs up the little code reader about the size of a Game Boy with a tail on the end of it, plugs that up to your car, you can't go by any of those codes, because it's not going to tell, it's just going to tell you what the codes are. Car is going to throw up these codes, because one thing can happen that can trigger a bunch of other codes. Well, if your mass airflow sensor, I know now in hindsight, if your mass airflow sensor goes out, then this is possibly going to trigger codes for lean running fuel, camshaft sensor, crankshaft position sensor, misfire. Well, that's exactly what it feels like, because I don't know if you can tell, but I'll floor it right now. Okay, actually, I do good up to 55, and I'm in a 45 zone right now, but driving 30 with traffic the way it is, because it's Thanksgiving. And so anyways, if you're going in my car, it's an Altima. If I can't go over like 65 on the interstate. If it goes up above 2,500 RPM, it just goes it like you're squeezing a water hose real tight over and over and over real fast, and the water's just going. That's what it feels like. So I don't know how that's working, if it's the air it's not getting or the fuel, maybe because it's a mass airflow sensor and not a mass gas flow sensor, because then you couldn't say MAF, it'd be flow sensor. So anyways, well, you know what? I paid $60 for a bigger, better, badder booster machine. Not a dialysis machine, but the, see, diagnostic machine. Signs you're getting old is when you can't think of words that are just, they're right there on the tip of your tongue. Words like dryer sheets and diffuser and diagnostic machine. When you have to make an effort to think of those words, you need to eat more fish. Get your omega-3s. Boost your brain. Anyways, the diagnostic machines will actually tell you what is wrong with your car. What part specifically is wrong. So I went somewhere, got my codes read with the little Game Boy tail toy, and it said all the ones I told you earlier. Lean fuel, misfire, camshaft position sensor, crankshaft position sensor. I was told it's the fuel pump. Guess what? It's wrong. It's the mass airflow sensor. That's what the diagnostic machine said. Now it costs $60 to get that read, but I know what the heck is wrong with my car. If it's Thanksgiving, how do we go through? This is just what's going on. I don't even, this is just, here's raw, I don't know, whatever YouTube is. Social media is kind of a joke, kind of not. It's just informative. I just think really going off on the tangent, whatever it is, sometimes I hate that word, and rant too. Oh, and another one, I digress. I digress. Now some people say it and it doesn't, but I think it's just when people use it like it's supposed to make like some, like it's more than it is. It's like, and I'll back off of the subject now. You know, I'll tighten it down. I'll, tighten the leash up a little bit. I'll pump the brakes on it a little bit. But instead, it's like they're saying something so epically profound. I digress. And it's like that's the statement. Like, it doesn't matter what they were talking about. The fact that they said I digress means it needs to be taken seriously. I don't really care. Rant, rave, tangent. But, it's Thanksgiving. Everybody is on the road. So many people are on the road. And there's just so much going on. Everybody, I was just amazed at everybody at the grocery store. And it's just, I don't know, it's a fun thing. Much like an assembly line, I find a lot of great joy when there's some collective thing happening. Everybody, thinking or doing the same thing, on the same subject. Even Christmas time, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever. It's that time of year. Everybody's got generally the same mindset, which, we're really not all far off. Everybody's families get together, probably 90% this time of the year. And, sometimes this time of the year isn't good for some people. And that sucks. I mean, it's not, I've had things happen to my family this time of year, Christmas time of year. But it's just, you got to keep rolling. Is it another day? Is it something to be thankful for? I just think it's fun when everybody is out doing the same thing and you can say something that everyone pretty much has the same idea. Maybe it's just me. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't at all. Maybe some people, I don't know. But I enjoy it. I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving wherever you are, whoever you are. And this is Mint and Mark. Adios. I'm going to stop the video.